the Galactic Council chamber fell silent as the human ambassador stepped up to the central podium. All eyes were on him, the representatives of 100 alien races gathered to decide the fate of humanity. Just days before, Earth had launched its first manned mission to another star system. This minor achievement had provoked outrage across the galaxy. For millennia, the elder races had enforced strict limits on exploration and expansion by younger civilizations. Boundless curiosity was dangerous, they said. It inevitably led to resource depletion, territorial wars, and catastrophe. ID's unauthorized colonization attempt was an unforgivable transgression. The vote to impose harsh sanctions, or even wipe them out preemptively, was imminent. Only this final appeal by humanity's ambassador could potentially sway the council. Ambassador Cain paused to look out across the massive amphitheater. He made eye contact with representatives of species humankind had only recently made first contact with. The responsibility of being humanity's envoy had never felt more heavy upon him. Drawing a breath, he began to speak. Distinguished representatives of the Galactic Council, you have judged humanity reckless, irresponsible, dangerous. A threat to this community you have built over countless millennia. I stand before you today as our first ambassador to tell you that this judgment is unfair. Our drive to reach for the stars does not make us a rogue civilization. It makes us who we are. Murmurs rippled through the council seats. Cain continued. Each sentient species is the product of its own evolution. For humanity, that evolution took place on the vast plains of Africa, under endless blue skies that our ancestors gazed up at with wonder every night. We spent our first hundreds of thousands of years confined to one lonely planet, asking that most human of questions what else is out there. Are we alone? The amphitheater grew quiet again. The alien representatives were listening. When our ancestors developed tools, they used them to explore beyond the next valley, over the next mountain, across every ocean and desert, because the urge to see the unknown is built into our DNA. For millennia before we even understood astronomy, we told stories about voyaging among the stars, because the endless expanse called to us. Cain motioned toward the transparent aluminum ceiling. Beyond it, a dazzling sweep of the Milky Way galaxy sprawled across deep space. Now, we have ventured just 100 light years from our solar system, 100 out of 100 billion in our galaxy, and you call us a threat for taking this single step outward. To curtail humanity's mission of peaceful exploration would be to deny us our fundamental nature. He paused. There was no sound except the low thrum of the station's air system. Honored representatives, I know that older civilizations fear change. You prefer stability, familiar routines, treading carefully. We are younger, more reckless perhaps, but also more optimistic because we still believe that the universe can be better. Not just preserved as it is, but improved. Made more just, more prosperous, more wondrous. Cain's voice grew stronger. He went on. Do not judge us only by your standards. Let us continue pursuing our destiny among the stars in our own way through inspired curiosity, tireless work, and courage. We are not invaders. We are seekers and explorers. Raising both hands, he made an encompassing gesture. If humanity proves itself trustworthy, guided by the examples of older races like yourselves, imagine the horizons we could cross together, the frontiers we could map, the questions we could answer. He looked upward again, towards the sea of suns. Out there, we do not have to be rivals, only fellow travelers, learning and growing with each new discovery. This can be a new chapter of cooperation between civilizations. Lowering his gaze back to the council, he concluded. Give us a chance, suspend your judgment, and let us show you what humanity is capable of. Not through aggression, but through the unifying power of exploration. Let the spirit of discovery light our way forward, into friendship with one another, and into the great unknown future. Cain stepped back. Absolute silence held for a long moment. Then, one ambassador began applauding. Another joined in. Soon the entire amphitheater resonated with the sound of applause. The human had not simply appealed to their reason. He had stirred their emotions, spoken to their souls. Many of the representatives were grinning, blinking back tears, or emitting joyful pheromones characteristic of their species. A historic reprieve was announced days later. Rather than sanctions, humanity would receive an offer of probationary council membership. There would be strict guidelines, yes, but room to chart their own course as well. Ambassador Cain's brave words had not just saved his species. They had reminded the entire council why civilizations must continue reaching into the cosmos. The urge to explore and understand was not something to be feared or suppressed. It was something to be celebrated. Humanity would begin its adventures under careful supervision, but under the banner of friendship and discovery. Who knew how far they would travel in the millennia to come? For Cain, the possibilities felt endless. After all, every horizon led to more horizons. When he returned home to Earth, crowds flocked to celebrate the hero who had stood alone before the galaxy's powers and articulated humanity's dream. But Cain knew he was only one of billions touched by the call of the void. It spoke to something deep in every human heart. The desire to look up at the stars and never stop wondering,